Well, hey folks, Species 7 here, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Farm Sim 25. We are here, of course, on the 7 Species Homestead map. And I'm just going to grab a little compost for our newest facility. Hope everybody's doing well. It is, well, it's the middle of June. On a lovely Saturday. We all survived the Friday the 13th. So, must be Saturday the 14th. Oops, that's the tip I want to pick up. There we go. There we are. Indeed, new facility to grow blueberries. We'll see how that goes. It's another Old Man 102 mod for the map. And now that I've updated the common files, it should work well enough. I hope. Who knows? I haven't looked today. Maybe there's another update of something. Okay. Definitely got lots of goodies we can off for money. Alright, here we go. Got some apples we could sell too. And compost. Come on. So it grows blueberry and clover. Okay. Well, let's activate that. Let's activate that. Okay. Get at her. Get at her indeed. So I think tomorrow we'll go back to the Alone in the World map for a little bit. See how things are going there. Alright. So let's just check and make sure everything's got everything. You've got wood, that's fine. Ooh, materials missing for both. Okay, what are we shy of here? Mr. Smiley Face, wood chips. Uh-oh. That we can deal with. That we can deal with. So. Although both of those facilities are going to require us to start getting a little more tree. And there's not a lot left on our property. Well, our current property. We will be adjusting that, hopefully not in the too distant future. And I guess, rather than buying something like the area that contains Field 1, we might want to consider buying something back there a little bit, where there is a huge amount of woodsiness. But expensive. I believe we're looking at $250,000 or so, if I remember rightly. Let's have a quick look here. Alright, so we're all here. This is sort of the foresty area. See, we own this. This would add a lot of trees, but 261,000. There's this one. Ooh, 418. Never mind. 268. That doesn't have much. Yeah, looks like we're looking over 250 no matter what. I do like this, but 418K, wow. So probably here, it's got a fair chunk of tree on it. Yeah. So, not cheap, but I mean, you know, we do get lots of goods. So, let's get this guy unfolded. And we've still got this to mulch up, so let's turn this thing on. There we go. Alright. And it's Feed Me Seymour. There we go. Come on. Oh, there you go. You gonna grab the rest? That's it. Come on. Perfect. A little glitchy, but not bad. You'll get in there one way or the other. How are we doing here? Nice. Third full. Need to turn that one around. Try to put the non-wood side in first. There we go. Well, I brought our new combine home. Didn't figure I'd bore you guys with the drive back. How we doing? 60%. 66. 2/3. There we go. Whew, look at all the birds. Don't see the deer running around on this map. At least I haven't yet. I wonder if they're not here. Better check this. I'll get one or two more in there. Takes a lot of them. Takes a lot. $95, eh? Alright, well, do I have a really skinny one in here? I do. Alright, let's run this guy in. Alright. Well, close enough. Oh, would help. There we go. There you are, up and running. I was wondering why it hadn't completed a row, even though we've skipped through a couple days. It's too bad, we probably lost a lot of production. And I would like to be able to pull that pile of coal out of the middle of our property there at some point. Maybe we'll have to bring the loader back out for a bit. Well, actually that one's never been to the farm, but, you know. Alright, I'm just gonna chew the rest of these up. Might as well. Might as well. There's not that much here. Quit being such a troublemaker and get in there. I guess I could have just used the inspector mod thing and looked to see how much wood chips were in it. Ooh. Like currently we're at 20%. Oops. Probably work better if we put it in there. Chomp, 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 chomp. Alright. Not bad. 51%. Cool. That should keep it running for a while. About 25,000 liters of wood chips in there. Now it seems to me that one of our facilities... Well, I thought that one actually produced wood chips. Like as a, you know, a waste product, more or less. Alright, now let's go park this back up. Okay, now let's see if we can't scrape up the money to buy some woodsy property. Speaking of buying, anything on the not really. Oh yeah, of course. Again, this thing comes... Remember I said I paid 164? This one's on for 160. Not that we have enough to buy it, but we did. Alright. So you... So at this point in time, of course, you wish it was a JCB fast track. But we'll do what we can do. Hopefully this is enough of a load to give it a fill. Perfect. Alrighty, let's run you. How are we minus $19,000? What the heck? Like seriously, how did we suddenly go minus $19,000? Come on. God, I hate that. Where are we here? Vehicles. November. Production costs. 75,000. What? I don't get it. Yeah, we bought that. There's the combine we bought. There's the one we sold. Construction costs, okay, for what we built. Sold buildings. Vehicle leasing cost? Oh, huh? I guess that was for the harvest thing? But this production costs of 75,000. What the heck, man? What freaking production is costing us $75,000? Like, that's 12 a month. $2, so that's $4 a month between those. 24 a month, but it hasn't been there a month. 12. I guess when we have a lot of things like this picked, like they're $12 a month each. But still, I mean, even if there was 10 of them, that'd be 120, and there's only 8. Okay, that one's okay. Chaff, deactivate. Silt, deactivate. No wood chips. Really? Okay, which of these? Nails and coal. Wood, nails, and coal. Okay, let's deactivate that one. We don't want that, and we do want that. We want both of those. Obviously that one. Okay. I don't think we've actually got anything going that we're not using. Could knock that one off, I suppose. That's fine. What do we have for wood chips? None. Okay. It's not active, that's why. Alright, these guys, $24 a month each. Okay. Let's do that. And then the firewood one, obviously it only does that. Alright, well that should reduce a bit of it, but still, I mean, what the heck has cost me that much? It just doesn't add up. Don't know. I don't know. But that's certainly not going to help us get to our goal, is it? Not at all. Yeah, I have no idea how we suddenly went 20k in debt. I really don't. So half of what we sell here is just going to be used to get us out of debt. Never mind making any actual money. Not impressed. That solar tower thing I put in is covering our daily costs. And then some. We should actually be profiting each day from it. But, yeah. And as far as I know, that daily tally thing is supposed to cover all of the production costs and all of that. Now, granted, I didn't look at it, and I probably should have. Like last night when I passed the last daytime, I didn't look at the numbers when they came up. Not sure what I was doing, but it wasn't that, unfortunately. I didn't realize there was going to be cars in the way. Thought it would be quicker to go that way, but not when you got to drive around everything. Alright. Make me money. Well, 65 and change. That's alright, I guess. But again, alright, we've only got 45 in our hand for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what sucked all our money away. Do not know. We're gonna have to produce and sell like crazy to make the money up. Enough to buy a property. See what we've got that's worth good bucks. think we might have a pallet or something. Alright, so... I'm really getting to the point where I don't want to keep driving into town to sell every single frickin' item. That's not bad for 10K. That's just for fruits for the apple tree mod. Probably should think about adding a sales place. But we do need to put this down or we're not going to be able to sell our apples. So that's something we need to do, is sell our apples. There we go, we'll just pop it down there. Yeah, this isn't the one I want. Unfortunately. Not the one I want at all. I think it's called Grandma's Market, the one I want. I think it's 10K as well, but it takes pretty much everything. And I'm not sure that one does, so... Alright. Okay. That's it. And actually, you know what? I will be back in a moment. Alright, we're back. Turns out the one that I was looking at wasn't the one I wanted, and they want 25K for that thing, so we're gonna try this guy instead. Okay. That was easy. 38K. Let's grab the rest here. It's not much, but... This one's been waiting for a while. Nice. Probably get rid of that tree. Okay. So that's gonna save us, well, we'll make the $1,000 it costs to put it down back in diesel and, you know, a very few sales trips. So, I know we don't have a lot of this, unfortunately, because I didn't keep up with it. But, let's take what we've got. And hopefully it'll sell there. I mean, there's no guarantee everything will sell. Right, we are running a few different things. Okay. That stuff, I still think I need to warehouse most of it until we figure out what we're doing with it. So, go see if it buys these. There's our new combine. I had to pull her in that way because the header's considerably bigger than the old one. So. Nice. Another 22K. And that will do it for today's sales. Well, we'll sell off the apples. I think we've got like a dozen or so pallets of apples we can sell. So let's do that. Hopefully they're good money. Let's go find out. Not the straightest of piles. Huh. Okay. That's kind of weird. The pallets don't seem to work. No, lifts right through them. Well, what the heck? Well, that's kind of weird. Kind of weird. How come it doesn't when I set it down? Weird. It's almost like there's a certain height to that hitbox. Well, not the quickest way to make money, but it's weird that I can't just drop them in the trigger. Unusual behavior. Well, it's making us money, 2,500 bucks a pallet. Yeah, 2,500 bucks a pallet. Well, plus $1. I guess that's our deposit on the pallets. But that's pretty good money for a flat of apples, you know? I mean, I know they're not cheap these days. Bloody incredible. You can buy a carton of bags of chips for about the price of 2 or 3 good apples. So... But that does seem to be world marketing these days, doesn't it? Make horrible crap super cheap. And make anything that's actually of use or value stupidly expensive. Well, I don't know why we can't lift these. I kind of wonder if they'll maybe do the, you know, where you park a vehicle beside them and they kind of unload from the pallet into the vehicle in bulk form. But it just doesn't strike me that way. Because this is kind of annoying. Especially since, like I said, you can't just drop them on the trigger. They have to be suspended above it. Oh well. It's getting us closer to our goal. And, well, it's always good to have goals. So what do we got? Another 6,000? Oh, sorry, 7,500, I guess. So this bunch isn't going to let us clear 200. We need what, like 270? Oops. That's really weird. Really weird. Alright, well. I said it helps. We got just that. Of course, I could move all of that stuff, but it just goes into the warehouse, which currently is just over half full. That's some deep grass. Person could get lost in there pretty quick. Alright, so where's your happy head? I think he's around the end, eh? There it is. So, you will take planks and long planks, nails. You don't have long planks yet. So what do you make with long planks? Okay, another bit of furniture, eh? Steel, rope, and coal we can't make. And we're already building mulch, so we can bring the long planks here. So let's gather it up, throw it in the warehouse, and then we'll grab out the stuff we need. I mean, we might as well make use of what we have, right? Okay. It's figuring it's a big enough mess now, so... Yeah, see, there's wood chips. I think we can pick those up and get rid of them. Whoop. Oh, crap. Oh, well. Alright, we should be able to Scooby the rest of this now. Okay, that last one, is that planks or was it boxed something? Oh good, I think it's planks. Alright, let's go pull more planks. I don't know why I have strawberries and tomatoes in there. I really don't. Okay. Now I don't know if it'll actually load the long planks onto the trailer with those, but we'll at least get them out of here. Yeah, tomatoes. We got 7 mushroom and 3 strawberries. So an entire, basically, boxes, charcoal, cartons, paper, long planks. Here we go. Lots. Wow. Well, that could be a problem. But let's go deliver these. And then we'll come back for those. There we are. Now let's just make sure that we're going to be putting the long planks to use. Oh, this stupid save thing every time I go into the menus. Alright. Okay, this is the long planks, so activate. There we go. Let's go grab the rest. So I don't think we yet have a use for the crates, but the pallets go over to the pottery barn. So let's gather the rest of those, and then I think we'll get the things out of there I don't actually want to have in there, like the mushrooms and the tomatoes. We can sell those. Oh, for... yeah. We were parked partway on the trigger. Dang it. Alright, give him back. Come on. No, I don't want boxes. Okay, it's going to take them all but one. That's fine. Here, I'll tell you what. Just push that back onto the trigger. Okay. So one last job here, and then we're going to call it a day. Call it an episode, and like I said, probably be back on the other farm for the next episode. Not guaranteed. We might stay here. We'll see. Okay. It's probably not going to reach, eh? Ooh, it does. Look at that. Spatial. Rice saplings, tomatoes. And mushrooms. Okay. Not bad. Almost a full load. And certainly a little bit more money. Let's see if we can't break that 200K. Might even have to revert to doing a couple of contracts. Yee. Alright, here we go. What are we gonna get? 213. Nice. So, another 50K, and we should be able to buy ourselves some treed property. Lovely. Alright, we might as well warehouse some of this crap. There we go. Alright, that takes care of pretty much everything. There should be lots of room in here because we took a lot of stuff out. Okay. Nice. And with that, my friends, I think we are going to call the episode. So, do hope you enjoyed. If you did, well, you know what to do. Maybe consider hitting that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, that wouldn't hurt either. Till next time, though, have yourselves a great weekend. Take good care of each other, folks. And ciao for now.